Welcome back to Tribes of Atlantis. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me and what I have to say about the truth of your ages, which is Toa, T-O-A, truth of eternal ages. I've already revealed to you the truth of Atlantis, the first Toa, and Atlanteans. Now I'm going to reveal to you the truth of AJes, which was unknown to you for 2,000 years because of black books of Chalcidium libraries. Basically, we can discuss Egyptian mythology and the risen arms of you. Never shoot. The Chef That Cooked Cam by AeJor Min, Secret of the Eye of Ra and Re by Paulo Riven, the eternal AeJor Min, son of eternal father AJon Min. He answered, this is an actual story or resource from the myths of Egypt, of the Eye of Ra myth, basically, and how this change all came by, invented by the dark mind of Shefren. He answered her, saying, a malignant thing did bite me. It is not fire, yet it burns my flesh. It is not water, yet cold is my body, and my limbs tremble. Bit by a black scorpion of Narmer is the entity of Nathan-el-Hadapta as Dark Prince of Evil's fallen son, 3250 BC, hence Scorpion King, also known as Narmer. Mine eyes also have grown dim, drops of sweat fall from my face. Isis spake unto the Divine Father, and said, Thou must even now reveal thy secret name unto me, for verily thou canst be delivered from thy pain and distress by the power of thy name. Ra heard her in sorrow. Then he said, I have created the heavens and the earth. Lo, I have even framed the earth, and the mountains are the work of my hands. I made the sea, and I caused the Nile to flood the land of Egypt. I am the great father of the gods and goddesses. I gave life unto them. I created every living thing that moves upon the dry land and in the sea depths. When I open my eyes, there is light. When I close them, there is thick darkness. My secret name is known not unto the gods. I am Khepra at dawn, Ra at high noon, and Tum at eventide. And there we know that this is not the truth of Ra, but actually of Re, the altered god, because obviously when Father closes his eyes, he still sees, as I do. And, Khepra, Shefren. So spake the Divine Father, but mighty and magical as were his words, they brought him no relief. The poison still burned in his flesh, and his body trembled. He seemed ready to die. Isis the enchantress heard him, but there was no sorrow in her heart. She desired above all other things to share the power of Ra, and she must needs have revealed unto her his secret name, which Nu conceived and uttered at the beginning. So she spake to Ra, saying, Nu Evenor, first king of Atlantis, Divine Father, thou hast not yet spoken in thy name of power. If thou shalt reveal it unto me, I will have strength to give thee healing. Hotter than fire burned the venom in the heart of Ra. Like raging flames it consumed his flesh, and he suffered fierce agony. Isis waited, and at length the great Father spake in majesty and said, Ra undergoes the change from golden horse to black horse in the sense of male Ra to female Re or El, with Hell, for example, as we also know Jah was changed to Yah. In truth, the healing of Isis is the healing of the black arts and evil's entrance into Egypt by the dark prince Sathanel. In other words, Ra is possessed by evil that Isis wants to control. Riven. Note. It is my will that Isis be given my secret name, and that it leave my heart and enter hers. This is what he's saying of the Father, this liar. When he had spoken thus, Ra vanished from before the eyes of the gods. Notice, a great god vanishes before other gods, so yeah, right. Sunboat was empty, and there was thick darkness. Isis waited, and when the secret name of the Divine Father was about to leave his heart and pass into her own, she spake unto Horus, her son. In other words, Black Horus, the son of the Dark Prince, goes running to the hill of Dodoma to tell his mama, Yoruba. And she looked at her son and said, her son being the Black Horse, Nathanael, Now compel the ruling god by a mighty spell to yield up also his eyes, which are the sun and the moon. So here she's telling her son to cast a spell on the ruling god, to look upon him, and woo-woo. Isis then received in her heart the secret name of Ra, and the mighty enchantress said, so did her son also receive that secret name, which in truth is my name. Depart, O venom, from Ra, come forth from his heart and from his flesh, flow out shining from his mouth. I have worked the spell. Lo, I have overcome the serpent, and caused the venom to be spilled upon the ground, because that the secret name of the divine Father hath been given unto me. Now let Ra live, for the venom hath perished. So was the god made whole. The venom departed from his body, and there was no longer pain in his heart or any sorrow. As Ra grew old, ruling over men, there were those among his subjects who spake disdainfully regarding him, saying, Aged indeed is King Ra, for now his bones are silvern, and his flesh is turned to gold, although his hair is still true lapis lazuli, dark. Unto Ra came knowledge of the evil words which were spoken against him, and there was anger in his heart, because that there were rebellious sayings on the lips of men, and because they sought also to slay him. He spake unto his divine followers, and said, Bring before me the god Shu and the goddess, and that being Zaphanel and Sekhmet, the two hermaphrodite twins, the dark prince. Tefnut, the god Seb, and his consort Nut, and the fathers and mothers who were with me at the beginning when I was in Nu, bring Nu before me also. Let them all come hither in secret, so that men may not behold them, and fearing take sudden flight. Let all the gods assemble in my great temple at Heliopolis. Nu being Father Heaven, or our creator, so you notice that Nu is also the father of Ra, huh? Did you catch that? And here's this evil Re with the dark secrets requesting the eternal God to be brung and hung. Gods assembled as Ra desired, and they made obeisance before him. They then said, Speak what thou desirest to say, and we will hear. He addressed the gods, saying, O Nu, thou the eldest god, from whom I had my being, and ye ancestral gods. There he admits, the eldest god is our Father. Hear and know now that rebellious words are spoken against me by mankind, whom I did create. Lo, they seek even to slay me. It is my desire that ye should instruct me what ye would do in this matter. Consider well among yourselves, and guide me with wisdom. I have hesitated to punish mankind until I have heard from your lips what should now be done regarding them. For lo, I desire in my heart to destroy utterly that which I did create. All the world will become a waste of water through a great flood, as it was at the beginning. And I alone shall be left remaining, with no one else beside me, save Osiris and his son Horus. I shall become a small serpent invisible to the gods. To Osiris will be given power to reign over the dead, and Horus will be exalted on a throne which is set upon the island of fiery flames. So here we have Shephren talking, and Shephren admitting that he's the one who invented to Osiris. Then spake forth Nu, god of primeval waters, otherwise Tatanen, Atlantean, and he said, Hear me now, O my son, thou who art mightier far than me. Although I gave thee life, steadfast is thy throne, great is the fear of thee among men. Let thine eye go forth against those who are rebels in the kingdom. So basically, God let Satan in, according to this spell, which is what it was all about. God letting Satan in and falling through the sun with the H, the sun Phaistos, and falling on our earth as Hephaestus, and burned up the earth, as they said also in the Atlantean legend. Where do you think all that sand comes from? The Sahara Desert, from the water that once covered there, and got burnt up and flooded away to get rid of all this water, when Father came to our rescue and recreated us. Source article is from www.sacredtext.com, EGYEML04.htm, and there's slashes between those EGs. Okay. Sacred text. Egyptian myth and legend, chapter 1, creation legend of sun worshippers. Topsy-turvy town. Bear in mind these are myths of evil and false gods, so you would have to revert the serpent as being spoken about goodness. Isis and her son received the secret name Hadapta, caused the venom to be spilled upon the ground, cursed earth. The secret name? Clue from Re and not Ra. Khepera at dawn, Ra at high noon, and Tum at eventide. Simple. There's the letter H, like the twisted